It is deep in the night in the desert of Alioth, and next to a medium-sized factory, the haulers are deep asleep. Or are they? It looks like a young one of the Hauleris Bobbaris is wide awake. Joyfully, it jumps around a little, stretches. It is up to something. We should follow it and see what it does. Oh, there is more stretching. The legs seem to be in working order on this one, although he still hasn't found out in which direction to actually travel correctly. Now we wonder if the older has awoken, and it seems like it is awake. The eyes are open, and the little one lays low again. Oh no, oh no, he tries to sneak away. Careful little one, careful little one. And the father's eyes are shut. It looks like the little one can make his escape. He moves a bit slow and sluggish. A later inspection of the inventory will reveal he has nicked 80 air brakes L, likely to help out his father. Oh, there he takes off. There he wants to take off. That is going to be close. It is the first flight of the little one, it seems. He's not really used to it yet. But there, now it looks like he found his bearing. He takes off, and now with modern technology I can show you exactly the flight path of the little one, as well as the conditions of the flight. Oh my, alas, what are you doing there, my little Bobbaris? That is too steep. You cannot take off like that. We see how the airspeed is rapidly dropping. And after just reaching 2 kilometers altitude, the little one has to stop his current attempt at getting into space. He's not strong enough for that amount of cargo and that amount of angle. No, my little one, patience. Try it again. Come on, my little one, try it again. Just slow and steady. Oh, you can do it. Slow and steady. Now, back to those instruments. On the right hand side, you can see the current airspeed of 660 kilometers per hour, currently even still dropping a little bit. Apparently the little one is trying to fly at full thrust, but remember, the subspecies is a Hauleris Bobbaris maneuverensis, which is lacking a bit in power, but oh, they have stamina and fast reaction time. Now we see that it is currently not braking, which is probably a clever move. But we do see the potential brake power, and we do see how it is waning and waning as the atmosphere is getting thinner. The acceleration is only 0.1 g. It's even going so low now that we can no longer detect it. The atmospheric thrust currently is going lower and lower as well, because now we are already at 2,200 meters altitude again, although this time with a much higher speed. The space thrust is so far 0, as was to be expected, and there we see the atmosphere and the air resistance. It is fascinating now how, as the little one flies higher and higher, the air resistance is going down as the air gets thinner and thinner. At the same time, however, the atmospheric thrust is going down as well. Now, with the atmospheric thrust being so low, but the air resistance being low as well, there's not that much change in speed. But you have to remember, this little one is still climbing and climbing and climbing, and the engines are no longer able to really push it upwards. So, the little one now adapts his tactic. He's trying to hold the altitude a bit more while gaining speed again. While stronger members of the family Hauleris are able to go up at a very steep angle while using a large amount of resources, these little fellas try a different tactic. They use their engines mostly for speed and then use their engines for the lift. And now you can see how this little one is almost at 3,420 meters, which is the altitude at which they are finally able to use the space engines. Now let's have a look at the rear there. There are the space engines. There they go. Slowly they fire up and are quickly as strong as the atmospheric engines, and they ramp up and ramp up. The thinner the atmosphere, the stronger the space engines, and now we see how it rapidly accelerates while still gaining more and more altitude. Smaller members of the Hauleris family, just like the Speedaris, are able to go at a speed above 1,000 kilometers per hour without taking burning damage, and this little fellow, small as he is, already travels at 1,700 without so much as a glow. A different problem, however, is going to plague our little one in a moment. Now that it's travelling at 5,000 meters above, it no longer has any wing lift. So now the clever little fella is trying to aim up more and more, using some amount of the engine thrust to go faster and faster along the surface of the planet, and it leading up also some of the engine power to at least hold the altitude. And now, faster and faster, close to being orbital, it needs less and less power to keep the current altitude. Soon the power needed to keep the altitude will be 0. It even leans down now, it leans down. Looks like our little fella has climbed enough. Now he just wants to rest a bit. It was a strenuous climb. You see the little blinking on the top? Those are the space brakes. Apparently now the little fella does want to adjust his flight path a bit. He is safe now. He is in a bit of a more comfortable position right now. There's no danger in any direction. But at the same time, having a better flight path is probably not the worst idea. Let me have a look at my map for a moment so I can see which direction it is likely travelling. Now, mark it 6 as a reference point. Oh no, it isn't. It's almost like it accidentally went into the wrong direction. Well, never mind then. It will probably just fly once around the planet and go home again where it came from, while I get a cup of tea or something. Yeah. Let's do that. Now, as our little friend and companion in this journey, is descending below 5,000 meters altitude, the air resistance will be back. So usually you would try to be below 1,000 kilometers per hour of speed when traveling back into the dangers of the atmosphere and the old enemy and friend, air. Our little friend is now gauging the distance, and it is only about 120 kilometers now until he is back home, where the Airy awaits him. It appears he already adjusted the speed, braking a little bit, and now he's very, very slowly losing altitude. A clever tactic, however, because as you can see, the horizontal speed is great, while at the same time the loss of altitude low. It means the craft will have a lot of speed and airflow as it goes into the atmosphere, and therefore the wings will find a lot to work with, while at the same time the planet comes closer at a slow rate, and therefore there is a good chance that our little friend will survive this journey. 70 kilometers and only 6,500 meters altitude. 6,000 meters altitude. Lo behold, friend, you are still going 2,800 kilometers per hour. You're too fast. You are too fast. Oh no, there. The glow starts. The joins and nuts and grecs, they heat up. How long will he be able to hold? But now the speed drops and drops and drops, and it looks like our little friend is secure. He still has 2.5 kilometers distance to the ground. He will save at all times. And now he's using an interesting technique called cruising. And while it tries to travel at 1,250 kilometers per hour, it only reaches 1,080, and it goes slower and slower. What is going on? Oh, easy to explain. It is not a matter of the cruise control. It is a matter of the power. Remember, this is a youngling, and the cargo is full. He nicked too many air brakes, it seems, in the cargo containers. He can't even travel that fast. So he changes his mind and just goes full throttle ahead. Well, it appears he's got enough resources to go that distance. What is he doing now? What is he doing now? Oh, it appears he's going for a practice landing above the water. How clever! Smart little young one. It is always safer to try to land above the water, because should you not be able to land properly, you've got a bit of a safety net. And look at him going in there, steep, at 800 kilometers per hour, and quite the descent rate. Oh, lucky you and clever you. If that had been ground, that might have ended his life. But no. Above the water, he just dips in a little bit. The water gives, takes sometimes, but this time it gave a second chance. And now our young one, only another 10 kilometers or something, I can't make it out, away from his nest, has the practice to make his first proper landing. Currently going 800 at a low altitude. Careful, little one, careful. You are carrying a lot. I would estimate currently the radial brake force is only 2 Gs and 3.3 on the atmo brake. There's no brake landing possible with that, so you would need like 10 G air brake power for that. Oh! He stops it with the engines, goes 422, gently coasts in, rather too soon than too late. If you land and you're not at the target yet, you can just coast on a little longer. You wouldn't want to overshoot. And now, careful and low, very horizontal, and the hover's already active. The hover's active, he's safe. And now he's sneaking up on the parent, and he tries to end his journey where he started it. And the older ones will never know he was gone. Gentle. Oh, lovely. And now, rest. It was a busy night for you, wasn't it? Sleep, my little one.